Welcome! The scope of this tutorial is to showcase how to run your toolpath that you have generated, in this case with KUKA PRC, with the KUKA Industrial Arm Robot here at KTH School of Architecture. We have our file, our .src file, stored on this USB drive. Now that the controller is properly booted, as was showcased in the previous tutorial, we will input this into the USB port in the front panel of the computer. One important thing to note is that the SmartPad has an accessible USB port here on the back side, so for a much more user-friendly experience, plug in a USB cable mouse like that, and you will be interacting with the controller much more easily. Okay, and I already know from before that the display does not correctly show here with the reflection of the light, etc. But I'm still going to show that the first thing you should do here is to change user group. So let's do that. Let's go to configuration and user group, and then we'll change to expert and input the password. Alright, now we are in expert user group, and then we can change the positioning system to world axis. Very good. Make sure that you confirm all warnings here, so OK there and confirm all, and then that you change the program feed rate down to perhaps, we can do 12%. This is going to go very slow. The manual feed rate can be still left at 10, that's okay. What we want to do now is to maneuver to our removable drive here, the E drive in this case. We find our file, then we go down to edit, and then we press copy. No file can be run from any removable drive, so we have to copy it to a local drive. We can enter it here. Preferably we would have a specific folder for this. I'm just going to put it in the R1 folder. So then we go down to edit and to paste. And now, here we have our file. Perfect, that's the one we want. Before actually running it, make absolutely sure that there are no risks regarding the situation on the work table. So in this case, I'm going to make sure that the stepper motor is balancing on the head rather than straining the cable. Having made sure that everything is looking good regarding the head and the work table, we can now make sure that highlighting the correct file here, you click the option select. And now it is selected for running. You can press OK here, that the start key is required. And then, before running the file, my advice is to detach the mouse, so as to not make the cable a problem. Alright, so to start this program, you hold the dead man's grip and you press and hold the play button. And just so you know, it will not proceed further than initialization in the first part. You will see a warning or a sort of notice appearing there. So we'll press and hold the play button. It moves to the starting position, and then we see here program path reached. Then you have to release and then push it again and holding it. And this is the point-to-point movement, and as of now it's feed rate, just 30% of the program. We can increase it a little to 50%. Going point to point to the initial point of the toolpath. And then it will do the linear movement, or actually the spline movement. And afterwards it will do the point to point again. This will be quick. No, it was actually quite slow. The 50% feed rate here contributed to that. That's good. We can increase now perhaps to 100%, so as to return to the start and end point of the program. Very good. And now we are done. We are at the final line of G-code here in the toolpath. We can release the play button and also the dead man's grip. We see here that we have a lot of notices. It's okay. And that showcased how to run your pre-programmed toolpath with the KUKA Industrial Arm Robot here at KTH School of Architecture. When you are done with the program, you can press this R button here and cancel program. This nullifies the selection of the program. Then you may initiate the shutdown procedure, as previously shown in the previous tutorial. Thank you for your time.